Oh, we just went live. What is this?
It's Friday, man. It's Freaky Filter Friday. Jeff's under the sea. Scuba time with Jeff.
Oh, did you see the bubbles?
You got bubbles.
On cue. That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
It's handy. Welcome in, Googans. It's Friday. Freaky Filter Friday, as always, on After the Drill. Baby Shark.
Think people enjoy this?
I don't know. Quite frankly, I don't care.
Are we broadcasting right now to 0 viewers?
Not anymore.
Okay.
We have a booming audience.
An audience of 1. Hello.
It's Freaky Filter Friday.
Time, 2-on-2 time now. I don't like the freaky filter. It seems kind of silly to me. Is that doing that because it recognizes you?
It recognizes my mouth is open.
Mine's not doing anything. Huh. Interesting.
That for a minute.
All right, so we had an all-timer today, Googans, an all-time story break yesterday. I mean, it's one thing if you're diving for pertinent information. You love this. You're such a child.
I do love it.
Whatever. I'll just work through it.
It's grinding like a champion. What broke, Jeff?
Well, this just caught red-handed. I don't know, and we've had the goods on college basketball and college football coaches before. We've gotten the goods on, it was pretty obvious that they left some sort of trail that they were guilty of recruiting violations. But this Will Wade at LSU, where he's literally on tape, wiretapped by the FBI, basically just screaming up and down and F-bombing why the deal isn't done and how they've given more than they normally get. I mean, it's just so obvious. What a downer for LSU basketball, who's enjoying
Thought they were having a special
really good year.
Yeah, it was a big year for them. They were top 10 team. They're coming.
That's amazing technology, even though I hate this, that it'll do this.
It's incredible.
Can I go down here and hide?
Just hiding.
Now, does this mean people can't see me?
I don't know.
Good.
Love the show, guys.
Thank you.
That's
all we need. Just a little positive.
Just a little positive reinforcement. Yeah, I mean, Will Wade did everything other than specifically like talking about dollar amounts.
Yeah.
That's the only thing he didn't do. He talked about a deal. He talked about a guy taking a bigger slice of the pie.
He F-bombed up. It's bad.
He said everything you could say without...
He was frustrated that his deal hadn't gone through. I mean, I almost took that thing off.
You messed up your face.
Is that how it does it?
Yeah, there you go.
So this one, this filter date's just going to pass that thing back and forth from me to you?
If I do this? No.
He gets so tired.
It's
I like
so
to push
much
it this way. You like that, didn't you?
I'll take it for a little while.
Yeah,
you're welcome. This like you said, I don't see how Monday Will Wade's the coach at LSU. He might be, but I don't see how.
Well, if you do, anything that you're doing this year is, a year and a half from now is going to be stricken, and this season suddenly you're going to be 0-34, not 28-6 or whatever.
So maybe that's what you do. You just go, well, let these kids enjoy the ride because it's all going to be stricken from the record books anyway. So just ride it out and see what happens. But like you said, this feels like the tip of the iceberg. There's been so much smoke at Arizona. You feel like at some point some kind of hammer is going to come down on them.
All this stuff that we kind of forgot about as it was unleashed this time last year. So, there is a good point to be made in there, and we talked about it in Crosstalk, is one thing that this shows you is how rampant the issue is, because if LSU were the only one out giving these deals, they would have all the top prospects. Right. So it just shows you that, it would seem like across the board from the top to the bottom, the problem that LSU is, you just, you got to have layers of insulation, dude. It's got to be, your assistant video coordinator who you don't even know is involved.
Right.
That is the problem.
And you would think at this level that there'd be some kind of coded speak. You wouldn't be specifically saying things like, we made them this big-ass deal.
I wonder if, this one and done is going to be over. The NBA is going to change back to their old rules where you can go straight from high school to the pros. And I wonder if that curtails this a little bit.
Yeah, that's going to help, because...
Right, because, the money is the reason... they're in there for 1 year, and if you're good enough to go to the pros, they would go to the pros. Zion Williamson would be in the NBA right now, finishing up his rookie year.
Right, and what do these guys care? They know they're going for a year, so you might as well, basically be a mercenary and take whatever the best offer is that somebody comes to the table with.
That's not true. This is my second After the Drill day this week. And one of the After the Drill days was the Choco eating. So,
Jeff did visit the Choco Challenge.
But I did the After the Drill earlier in the week one day.
Yeah, Jeff, you've been a trooper this week.
I did 2 and 2.
Yeah. 2 and 2, and the Choco Challenge, which has
been slandered right here. I missed who that was from, but it says that Dan was on After the Drill every day but one. And that's not true. That thing went away from me.
Oh, no.
Last time it was that we had the Freaky Friday filters.
It was like a lava lamp effect.
Well, we had a bunch of different stuff happening. You know, I want to see some. Put it over there. Put it on me.
So, we really are children sometimes.
We are for sure. All right, listen. A question from Dave: is Corey Grant on the Jaguars this year?
I don't.
And what's the role if he is? Well, the Jags may be helped by Corey Grant's injury last year. You know, he's not going to. I mean, listen, you're not paying a whole lot of money for a 5'7" speed back coming off of an injury. So if the Jaguars want him, I think he'll be on. I think he'll be on the roster. I'd have to know where he stands too. You know, I mean, injury wise, recovery wise,
right.
I don't think they're going to pay a lot of money. I don't know what kind of market is Corey Grant going to have. Really,
I can't imagine much.
Right? So I think if the Jags want, I think that my gut is that he will be on, and that it'll be, it'll pretty much be Fournette and him, and then some, undrafted free agent or late draft pick or something like that.
Now, if they take a guy in the 4th or 5th round, you would think that guy probably slides in as the 2, with Corey Grant again being sort of like the change of pace guy. But I guess that's speculation. Pete wants to know why you never invite him to play golf. That did come up, as there was some kind of argument about golf invites. And
with you and Dan?
I did mention that I don't receive many invitations from anybody really, outside of our friend Mike Dempsey.
Yeah, I don't. Moving on. Next question.
Yeah.
Man, I'm not gonna account for my invites. Lack of invites, over invites, who I play with, when I play with them. That's, quite frankly, it's none of your business.
That's true. In fairness, it's not like I call you a lot inviting you to go do things either.
Well, I like you just fine. I mean, there's certain things that, we play golf together. I'm sure we'll have a lovely time. We have opposite schedules. Beef's got little kids. I mean, there's a lot of reasons.
I do have another little kid.
I'll leave the hurtful ones inside. I won't share the hurtful ones.
Karate Man, keep it on the inside.
Well, I guess something like that.
That's what we learned. That was the biggest takeaway from the Choco Challenge, was that James, as he was suffering, he internalized it, and as he said, Karate Man, keep it on.
All right, we got another question coming in: is Fournette being shopped for trades? I'd say no.
I don't believe so.
Not at all.
From the comments you heard from Caldwell and Marone at the Combine, unless they're really smoke screening very well, they both seem very encouraged by the comments and conversations they've had with Fournette and his progress in rehab from injury and this Wyoming training excursion he's on. I think they're hopeful that there's a big bounce back here for Fournette.
Well, there's that. There's other things. They signed Terry Robisky, who's never been a running backs coach, but who's an LSU grad from Louisiana, to be, kind of his mentor. So there are other indications that Leonard Fournette will be on the roster. Look, they used an awfully high draft pick.
Right.
Leonard Fournette certainly was a major disappointment a year ago, injury and otherwise. But there's still a level of talent there that they drafted that they feel they can still get to. Now, listen, I will say this. Odds are stacked against the Leonard Fournette Jaguars, having a party. The odds are stacked against. The way these stories typically work is that's it. And it'll be another disappointing this year for injury or otherwise. You will have, wasted the pick and moved on. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I think Leonard Fournette has the talent. But typically...
Right, history suggests...
Anyone seen Trent Richardson lately? How's he doing? It's a number 4 pick in the draft, ran for 1,000, and, suddenly was out of the league. So, the biggest thing for Leonard Fournette is up here.
Right.
I mean, he's got to stay focused and disciplined and do what he's supposed to do. Mature, I guess, is another way of saying that. So.
Well, and he's saying all the right things. I don't remember if it was an interview or a social media comment where he said, sometimes, the harshest criticisms are the ones that help you grow. So maybe he needed a kick in the pants. Maybe he got it from TC and company, and maybe it's a big bounce back year. We all hope so. That's for sure.
I think it could be. I think he's got the talent. He's got to stay healthy too. I mean, look, we got sidetracked by the disciplinary issues and the pouting on the sidelines and all that nonsense last year. That you forget that he wasn't healthy. He's got to stay healthy. He's been very injury prone as a football player, going all the way back to LSU. So
yes, Trent Richardson is in the AAF.
Yeah, he plays for Birmingham.
Trying to resurrect his football
career. Trent. I watch probably more AAF than most people.
He's doing well, right?
He's doing okay. He's not, he's running for about 3.6 a carry. He's scoring touchdowns, but he's not like he's, tearing up the lead for 100 a game and 5 yards a carry. So, I don't think he's exactly bursting back onto the NFL scene based on what he's done in the AAF. By the way, in the AAF, Spurrier takes on Birmingham. It's Orlando and Birmingham this weekend.
Oh wow! So Gators.
Those are the two best teams.
Yeah, as always. Back rivalry renewed.
Gator basketball team finishes up their regular season tomorrow against Kentucky. It's obviously a tough spot for them, but the team is playing pretty good. I mean, that is a top 10 team. It was a devastating and hard to swallow loss against LSU, but that's been the story of this Florida team. They have been able to compete with just about anybody they played with. Can they actually pull out a win at Kentucky? I doubt it. But if they do, then Mondays after the drill will be an acknowledgement of them being, in the tournament. And if not, they're going to have to go into the SEC tournament, maybe win 2 games, definitely win 1. So
yeah, certainly their path is not nearly as certain as we felt like it was, a week ago.
FSU, if they were an NFL team, this would be a week where they just rested all their starters.
Right.
Because they've already wrapped up the 4 spot in the ACC. They can't get the 3 spot.
Yeah, they've got that double bye locked up.
And so what, what are you doing?
Just they play Wake tomorrow at noon, and Yeah,
probably should win that pretty easy. Other than that, what do you got going on this weekend? You going anywhere? You doing anything?
Me and the boy are going to get some work done in the kiddos room.
Okay.
And,
Put him to work. Or he's like 3. I mean, what the hell?
He's 4.5, and he wants to help. So I'm going to get him.
Child labor laws, you got to.
Yeah. Well, I figured I'm going to get him like a jigsaw and just let him kind of get.
We had a bleeping deal.
Get crying.
Yeah. Beef's trying to get another 7 little prospects in the 4 to 6 year old age range to help him with the house this weekend.
That'd be great.
His middleman ran off with the profits, much like Will Wade.
Don't forget Googans, like we reminded you in the 6 o'clock hour today. Spring ahead. We lose that hour.
Oh, it's terrible.
Big Brother's coming for that hour of your sleep. We're sorry.
It's not even.
And we'll be back Monday with Breakfast with Baselli. Once again, we'll ask Tony who will be the Jaguars quarterback
I can't do it
in 2019. We love you, Googans. Bye.